Shalom, friends and partners of House of Israel Port Harcourt. Quick update on the Royal Kingdom International Guest House. First and foremost, I want to appreciate the friends, supporters, partners of the Kingdom Legacy Project, House of Israel Port Harcourt. We're so grateful and appreciate Jehovah for all of your support and your kindness and your generosity towards the work of Jehovah at House. Quickly, we want to thank the Most High and also to introduce you to the work so far at the Kingdom Legacy Project. Now, before us is a picture of the 7 bedroom international guest house. Here I am standing on the decking. The next phase for this be, I believe in Jehovah that next week we'll be decking the Kingdom Legacy Project. So what we're needing here is about 150 bags of cement. We need 150 bags of cement that would cost us approximately 700 to 800,000 naira. That is $1,000. We need $1,000 now till next week to purchase cement bags for this next phase. And I took a climb up at the decking. It was quite risky, but it was quite a feel to see what Jehovah has helped us to accomplish. So here are pictures of the work so far. Here's where we first placed the boards and then the rods. Eventually, we thank Jehovah that tomorrow the road work will be completed. And from next week, we will be pouring the, the cement. So we need our partners and friends to help us with this. The total amount required to complete this project is 6,000 US dollars, 6,000 US dollars. The $1,000 will enable us with the decking, the cement purchase. Over 150 bags of cement will be needed for this work. That's excluding the workmanship for the laborers. That's excluding the workmanship for the laborers. Now, why is it so important we support this project? Why is this project so important? Don't forget, don't forget that Elohim has placed in the ecclesia first of all apostles, second prophet, third teachers, then miracles, gift of healings, of helping, of guidance, and of different kinds of tongues. First Corinthians 12, verse 28. The body of Messiah cannot walk by itself. It is a collective union of the body that makes this living organism work. Why Yeshua is the head of the body? Yeshua acts through his body, and that's why it is a collection of every member of the body, every unit that brings to pass the plans of Jehovah's kingdom. Like I usually say, the kingdom of Jehovah moves through the ecclesia. The kingdom of Jehovah moves through the ecclesia. To be a part of the Great Commission, you must be a part of the body of Messiah. Now, this work is not a work that has been accomplished through the hands of carnal men. It is through the support of the ecclesia that this work has come this far. Now, I want to share something with you. Consistency. Elohim's vision is always known by its consistency over time. Over 2 years ago, when Jehovah gave us this vision to build a global center, this came to me. The most high emphasis was on us being self-sustained. He wanted us to grow our own food and our water, and so far we have kept to his instruction to make sure we stay in the blueprint of the Most High. A few days ago, we did a water compressing or purified water at the Kingdom Legacy Project to make certain that the water we drink and distribute to the community is of the top-notch, purest water. And there's a brief video.
You don't waste that Omo, Ali. That Omo don't waste too. Might bring another Omo. They know you don't know. Okay.
Here's what the water looked like before we compress. Now here's the water after being compressed.
You don't waste that Omo. You don't waste that Omo, Ali. That Omo don't waste too. Might bring another Omo. They know you don't know. Okay.
Process, we are doing a lot of work, getting seeds and planting crops in a farm. Now, so what we want to do at this moment is to complete the international guest house, and here's where we need you to support us.
Shalom.
Equally
Saints,
today we're able to purchase
irons that are being purchased for the completion of the international guest house alongside wood to finish up the brazing.
yes, so we did that. How can you help us now? Now here's where you can help us to get this work done. We need $6,000 to get this work completed. Can you, in your fellowship, family, as individual, as a fellowship, as a family, as an individual, make a commitment to give? Especially next week, we need $1,000 to complete the decking. We need 150 bags of cement, and that will cost us about $1,000 to do. And why is the guest house so important? Why do you think we should support this project? First, the Most High gave us a direction to build a 7-bedroom guest house for our local and international guests, for our seminary students, for missionaries, and for those who will travel to House of Israel Nigeria for the feast, the pilgrimage feast, and we are being obedient. Part of your giving to this vision is that you are giving towards obedience. Our obedience to build and your obedience to give is a fusion of how we bet the purpose of your verse. So you're giving into obedience. You're giving into obedience, and as you do, your vow will bless you mightily. And also, do not forget that the ecclesia is a body of called out people. We are called out of the world, and we are called into fellowship and community. As Ephesians 2:19-22 says, that we are defined by a new fellowship, by a new family, and by a relationship with fellow citizens. So there's the integration of different members of the body called the fellowship or community that enhances the work of Jehovah's kingdom. So we need to understand that the guest house will be a place where fellowship, community is built, where people from around the world, local and national, can come and live. So now think of it flying down to Nigeria. You don't have to spend any amount of money for hotel reservation or hotel booking. At House of Israel, we have made secure a place called home for you. Now, lastly, it's also important we understand the 4 important purpose the royal kingdom provides. First, it provides community. It provides community. The guest house provides community, a place where the body of believers can live can live while you're doing a missionary work in Nigeria, while you're a student at the seminary, while you come travel down for the feast. So there's a place where we can build a fusion of communities. So the guest house will be a community. Secondly, is a connection to the work. Now, for the past 2 years, when we began this work, I and my family have had to travel miles to the facility to do the work of the ministry. Now, with the guest house completed, we're able to stay closer to the work. And so this gives us a connection to the work. And by this, we can be more rested, we can pray, we can hold programs, we can be closer to the work. And so you're supporting the work, the community, you're supporting connection to the work. And thirdly, the Royal Kingdom provides support for the work. So for students who cannot afford a place to live while they come for training, with a subsidized amount of money to live in a guest house. So we have reduced the cost of living. So for those who come to shelter, live in a guest house, able to pay a minimum amount of money to stay for our students. So this will provide support for the work. This will provide support for the work we are doing. And lastly, the Kingdom Legacy Project Guest House will be an instrument to help the saints. It's an instrument to help the saints. So that's why I want us to, at this moment, I'm going to show you ways you can give, ways you can support the project. We want this project executed now to the end of August. We are aiming at the end of August to get this guest house completed. Because one of the gifts Jehovah has given to us is that we are expecting one of our own blessed partner and missionary, Brother George Ray, who will be flying down to Nigeria as our first international guest to the House of Israel Kingdom Legacy Project. So we want to be able to usher him in to bless the guest house, to officially open the guest house at his coming, to inaugurate, to dedicate the guest house for us, and also to be the first international guest to live in a guest house. And so he'll be with us for weeks, doing missionary works, training our leaders, giving us tips, business tips, spiritual tips on how to take this work to the next level. And so we're deeply expecting our own blessed brother partner, Brother George Ray, to Nigeria. And so now here are ways you can give, ways to give. One of the fastest way you can give to House of Israel is through Cash App. Cash App. You can give through Cash App. And so by following this link, $NEGS8303, you can give directly into our Cash App address. And also you can give through PayPal. You can give through PayPal. So our PayPal information is scrolling on the screen, ways to give. You can give through PayPal. You can also give through Cash App. For those who live in Africa, you stay in Nigeria, and you want to support the project, you can also give through our account GCRC 606020 6890 Fidelity Bank PLC. So we encourage everyone to take advantage of this opportunity to support the work of Jehovah. Now I want to show you something. The key: how do you prove the work of Jehovah? Through the fruit it brings. Every genuine work of the kingdom bears fruit. Secondly, through consistency, through the consistency of the work. Now, if you look at this work we are doing, every giving can be proven. Everything you give can be proven. For the past 2 years, everything received at House of Israel Port Harcourt has been proven by the optimum accountability and trustworthiness we've executed in making sure every dime, every dollar received goes into the work of the ministry. I have sacrificed, my wife and I, our family have sacrificed for this work, and we keep making a sacrifice to make sure we represent the kingdom of Jehovah with utmost credibility and integrity. So by the consistency, you can see that your support is put into good use, good use. And so you can see that consistency and fruit bearing are the true mark of accountability. So thank you so much, Saints. I leave you with the scriptures in Acts of the Apostle, chapter 4, 34 to 35, where it says, For there was not a needy person among them, for all who were owners of lands or houses would sell them and bring the proceeds of the sales and lay them at the apostles' feet, and they would be distributed to each as they have need. So all of your givings, all of your donations, support, the things you've sold, the things you've bought, the things you've done to be able to be a giver at the House of Israel Port Harcourt, I want to appreciate you. And for those who have laid their resources at the feet of the apostles, I want to thank you. I want to tell you, we'll keep being faithful and accountable to make sure everything received is distributed and put to faithful use for the advancement of Jehovah's kingdom. Thank you so much. I look forward to receiving your offerings, your donations, and your support towards the completion of the Royal Kingdom International Guest House. Shalom, saints.